All right, cool. We're recording. So for you guys that don't know me, my name is Montel Hanson. I've been trading for 8 years. Got started when I was 19, now 28. So yeah, going on to 9 years, which is crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, eh? But yeah, trading psychology is something that helped me quite a lot when I was younger in the game. It's certain things that have just stuck with me and they've helped me stay profitable, especially in times like this. When you're following signals, you are essentially trusting a driver. You're not the pilot, you're trusting a pilot. So there are certain things that you want to be, there's certain checklists that you want to have when you're placing a trade. And I'm going to give you those 5 things that I do when I'm placing trades, right? And they'll definitely help you. So, guys, number one, what I want you to write down is it needs to be a rule-based trading, right? It needs to be rules-based. That's number one. I have a checklist. I'm not just getting buy and sell. I'm marking up my charts prior. I'm not just waking up, oh, it's a buy. Let me get into a buy, right? This thing is, you want to be very calculative. You want to make sure that it's a progress. There's steps, there's a structure to it. This is how you can successfully take signals. Of course, if you're new, you've never traded before, then you're just going to join and you're just going to copy and paste and essentially hope for the best. But you want to get to the point where you're a strategic trader. All right. That's how you can become profitable. Okay. So, number one, you want to make sure it's rules based. When you're starting out, make sure that you have a strategy. Right. Obviously, we have the strategy. We're doing fair value gaps, support resistance. But if I was you, I would look into that. I would try and learn that. I would try and become the best at understanding fair value gaps. I'd be trying to mark up the charts in my own time so I can see what the trader's seeing, right? And then if my signal comes through and it aligns with what I'm seeing, then I'm taking it. But if it doesn't align with what I'm seeing, then I'm going to say, you know what? If I take it, I'm going to come in with a small lot size, right? If your account's on 1,000, your lot size can be 0.01 and not 0.01 and 0.1, right? Try it on 0.1. But when you're sure and you want to maximize your trades, that's when you're layering. That's when you're increasing your lot sizes, right? But until then, you got to, if it doesn't hit that, if you can't see what he's seeing, all right, if the fair value gap's not there, if the support and resistance ain't right there, I'm minimizing my risk. Okay, so that's step number one. Make sure there's strategies that you understand. And guys, guess what? There's people that's been on this call that's been trading for ages. There's someone that's a first-time trader. All right. If you're a first-time trader and you're new to this society, what you want to make sure that you're doing is back testing fair value gaps, support resistance. You want to make sure you're marking up the charts in your spare time. Right. So you're seeing what the signal provider is seeing. Okay. If you're new and you don't understand how fair value gaps work, I'll give you a quick breakdown, but there's many YouTube videos on it. Again, this is a psychology call. I'm not here to go into strategy, but I just want you to understand what the signal provider is sending, because you also got to understand when you're coming into trading, you're always at the viability of losing. That's always a possibility with trading. It's like me being a footballer thinking I'm going to win every football match. It doesn't work like that, guys. All right. So you got to understand, I'm coming into trading. There is a risk. And you also got to understand 90% of traders lose. All right. If we were all winning, no one would work a job. All right. If we were all we'd all be billionaires, the world would go kaput. All right. But this industry, a lot of people, they give up. They're not joining calls like this. They're not back testing strategies. They're not trialing new things. They're not having a checklist like the one I'm about to give you. And they say, you know what? It's not for me. I'll lose 2K. It's not for me. I'll lose 10K. It's not for me. Guys, losses are a part of the wins. But if you stay in the game long enough, if you can outlast the losses and stay in the game long enough, that's how you make millions in this game. Write this down. It's who stays in the game the longest. That's who wins. Who's here next year? Who's here in 2 years' time? And I'm not just telling you this to keep you in or that. Like, guys, honestly, if it's not working for you, by all means, find something that works for you. But for me, I had to have the mentality, if not this, then what? Right? If trading's not going to work for me, then what's going to work for me? E-commerce didn't work. I'm with my brother right now. He's got a successful clothing brand, right? You see him? It's Akeem, right? If you don't know, what's your brand? Sente. Yeah, Sente. Make sure you go buy his shorts. This guy's absolutely crushed it with e-commerce. And this is what you want to be doing. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that are making money online, right? You're in an industry where you're making money online. You want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with other people that are winning, right? My brother, he's got a clothing brand. I'm supporting his clothing brand. But if I'm seeing him make 100K through clothing, if I'm seeing him buy Airbnbs and I'm in this vehicle, I'm going to make it work. Right? I'm not going to blame the signal provider. I'm going to blame me. I'm going to say, well, I should have done more research on the market. So then when the signal comes through, I'm maximizing my wins so I can be on the same level as him. And he's doing the same thing. He's seeing me make 10K, 20K, 30K. You see me having 30K days, and he's saying, all right, the Forex thing is working for him. I need to up my sales. So, guys, you also got to understand that it's your environment. It's the people that you're around as well. If I was around people that are just on 1K or 2K working a job, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I showed them, oh, I lost £100 today. Guess what? They're going to, what? £100? You lost £100 in the market? You need to stop that trading thing. It's a scam. They don't understand it, right? I went to a concert earlier this year. I was in the VIP section, and I saw this massive car influencer. He had minus 70K on his MetaTrader 5. He's here, I'm here, I'm right behind him. We're at this concert, and he's in minus 70K drawdown. That's when I knew, like, if you're in this environment, you'll understand that trading is a norm to the wealthy people, because they'll see it as, all right, the markets are moving this way. If I move that way, I'm going to make money from the markets. They're seeing it as, if I don't trade, I'm leaving money on the table. So it's a lot of it has to do with the environment, right? But that's not even what I was going into. Okay. Number one, make sure it's a rules-based trading that you're following. Okay. Number one, what I'm doing, I'm looking at fair value gaps. I'm doing my support resistance. How fair value gaps work, and I want you to go and do your own research on this. I want you to get better at this. I know YouTube can be a vacuum sometimes, but cool. We're looking at liquidity, number one, right? On my checklist, I'm writing liquidity, right? Has price swept the previous high, or has it swept the previous low? Okay. Then number two, this happens today, right? Has liquidity been taken from the stop loss? An area where there'll be loads of stop losses. Okay. If I'm buying, there'll be stop losses here. Has liquidity taken that? If I'm selling, liquidity up here, has liquidity taken that? Because when you're seeing all these orders, it's showing that the market's being cleared for the next move. And again, if you're new, you might not understand what I'm saying, but it will start to click the longer you're in the game. Okay, that's number one. Has liquidity taken place? Number two, is there a shift in market structure? Okay, trading fair value gaps, you want to see a shift in market structure. We saw it today when it dropped, right? We saw it yesterday when it shot up. Okay, after the liquidity swept, has price broken structure? And then that's also what you want to get good at, is marking up your charts. And if this isn't quite making sense to you, if this strategy is a bit too, next level for you, then learn support and resistance. That's the strategy I started with, right? Support and resistance, break and retest. Starting to understand these market analysis. And then I can move into fair value gaps, support resistance. All right? But cool. Has liquidity taken place? Has the market shifted? Okay. If it's a buy, I'm looking for a break above the recent lower high. If it's a sell, I'm looking for a break above the recent lower low. Okay, just write these things down. And again, look in, I don't know, YouTube, ChatGPT afterwards, and just start to study it. Then you'll start to see what Ish is seeing or the signal provider seeing when we're sending the signals, because we don't want anyone to lose. Okay. And then when you see price, if it's a buy, breaking above the recent lower high, then you can see momentum changing. Okay. And vice versa for the low. Okay. So these are the things you want to do. So has liquidity taken place? Has there been a shift in market structure? And then the next thing I'm looking for is a retracement into a fair value gap. And it's very simple to add this indicator on. If you go on TradingView, you can add on the fair value gap indicator, and it will show you where all the fair value gaps are on the chart. Can you guys hear me? Put SL. I said put SL if you can hear me. No, we don't want no more SLs. Put sevens if you can hear me. If this is making sense, put sevens if this is making sense. And if it's not making sense, go back and rewatch the video. It'll be on YouTube, or watch YouTube videos about how fair value gaps work. It works 95% of the time trading gold, but again, gold has a mind of its own. And today was really unlucky. I'll be real. There's other communities that called out the sell at the same time we called out the sell that hit SL. Other communities got it wrong. You're never going to get it right 100% of the time. Okay? Anyways, I'm looking, so after liquidity, after market structure shift, I'm looking for a retracement into an area of value. I'm looking for a retracement into my fair value gap. I'm waiting for price to pull back into a high probability area, right? Which is that fair value gap. And it will show you that on your MetaTrader 5, if you can mark up on MetaTrader 5, but mainly TradingView. And that's another thing you guys really want to get good at as well. Razza said was researching fair value gaps yesterday. Honestly, guys, I know Razza will win at this game, and I know she's not going to give up because she's going to start to understand fair value gaps. Okay. And then that's going to show you, all right, my entry's here. So I'm expecting Ish to call a trade here. I'm expecting to see a buy. And guys, when you start to see trades before Ish calls them out, that's when you know you're understanding this thing. All right. And that's when you know you can increase your risk on that trade. When you start to see certain things before Ish calls it and then he calls it, I'm coming in. This is an A-star setup for me. All right. Number one, my rule's done. My strategy is aligning with Ish. That's step number one. All right. So number one, write that down. It needs to be rules based. And our rules are support resistance and fair value gaps. If those rules have been followed as my strategy, that's check number one. All right. So in a nutshell, liquidity, market structure shift, retracement into a fair value gap, execute the trade when the signal comes in. Just from that alone, I know a lot of you are having like light bulb moments. Like, what? I've never even heard this before. I was just copying and pasting. Guys, in a sense, bro, if I was, I've never done building before, yeah? I've never worked in a construction site before. If I went onto a construction site and I'm just following yes, no, I'll get it wrong because I wouldn't know what I'm doing. And that's the same with trading. If you just come into a signals provider and you're just buying and selling, you don't want to care to learn about the skill set. That's essentially what you're doing. I would be dropping bricks on my head, on my foot, on my toes. I'll be going left and right and left. I wouldn't know where I am. And that's where some of you lot are when it comes to trading. And how we change that is by following these steps. So number one, that was my strategy. Align with Ish's call. If it does, and I can start to see what Ish is telling me, taking a trade. That's number one. Number two is an emotional thing. I know in the chat today, there's a lot of emotions. Emotions were running high. We hit a loss. Emotions were running high. And look, guys, I came in this for people to win. That's why I'm doing calls like this. I don't have to do calls like this. I was in meetings before. I said, look, you guys have to wait. I need to make sure my team's winning. I need to make sure my team are starting to see what I can see. And that's what makes me profitable in the markets. All right. I need to make sure my team are making money in the markets. Otherwise, what's the point? You can go to some of you that have done signal providing before, some of you that have been in other communities. You can't even get a hold of Charmin or Angel or the person that introduced you. You can't even get a hold of me in most communities. Guys, we're here doing calls every day for you. Right? So the next thing, once the signal comes in and you've made sure that my fair value gaps are aligned, it's aligned with my support resistance. If this doesn't go your favor, number two, never trade on emotion. I know today it happened. Me and my missus, it happens all the time with us. Like, guys, if I tell you some of the losses we've incurred 30K losses trading, right? I see my missus lose and it breaks my heart. But that's the game that we're in because I've seen the wins as well on the other side. And I'm letting you lot know this because it's like, you might think, oh, I lost £50 or I lost £500, I lost £1,000. Trust me, I know that's a big deal. It's a big deal, right? Losing any grand or losing £50, if you lost £50, it's a big deal. But there's a bigger picture. You have to give up to go up. All right, you're going to take losses on the way. Write that down. You have to give up to go up. It's not just going to be like this. Success is never a straight arrow. It's You lose 30K, guess what? The next month, you make 100K. And we've seen it. I've seen it in my own eyes. All right? Lose 30K one month, or you lose 30K in a day from trading. Next month, you made your 100K a month. If I'm going to make $1 million, I need to be ready to take a 100K loss. You guys know that, right? As your account starts to grow, you're going to increase your lot size. And the same way the market can flip, guess what? Your lot size, you're not going to be trading 0.1s. You're not going to be trading standard lots, just one standard lot forever. As your account gets bigger, guess what? You're going to increase. It's going to be 10 standards. Yeah, let me let some people into the chat. All right? As your bank account increases, you're going to be increasing your lot size. You're going to be on 10 standard lots, 20 standard lots. I saw a guy earlier. I met a guy earlier. These are the people that I'm surrounding myself with. The guy's trading 100 standard lots. Seen it live. Guess what? Some of his losses are 80K. So you can't get like emotionally attached to money. That's the next thing you want to write down. Don't get emotionally attached to money. It's numbers on the screen. But value money and trust Like you can't just treat it like it's nothing. Don't treat it like it's a piece of paper because you won't value it. And then when you lose, you feel it. But when you win, oh, it's nothing. When you're trading, you start to become disillusioned with money. The amount of money I've seen, the amount of money I've made, very early on, I started to become a bit delusional. It's like, oh, well, I made that in 2 minutes. You need 5K? No worries. I made that in 2 minutes in a month. Because I've had days like that, right? So you got to understand that you need to value money, understand how money works. Because if you don't value it and if you don't understand it, it will slip through your hands. And guess what? We're dealing with money all the time. That's what we're dealing with. We're trading all the time. But as I was saying, as your trading accounts get bigger, you're going to increase your lot sizes. And you might have a bad day like today. Guess what? You've lost 80K. But guess what? When it's good, because you understand and you have the skill set, when the market's good and it's given, you'll have the 100K day. But you can't be upset over a 1K loss and expect to make 100K. Because if you're trying to grow your account to 100K and you're still using 0.1s or 0.5s, it's not going to work like that. So I get the loss that you had today was bad. If you lost today, some people won today. You might lose tomorrow. But understand the long-term goal. All right. So yeah, never trade with emotions. It's when gambling starts, I think. I've seen it myself. All right. And this is what happened. I took a picture of a chart today. I don't know if I'll be able to share my screen. I took a picture of a chart today and it sums up trading emotionally. Let's see if I got it. Anyways, let's say a buy's called, all right? You getting late. I'll try and draw it, but you just got to follow my hands here. A buy's called and you getting late. The buy's called here. You getting here. And guess what? The next candle's red. Stops you out. No worries. I got stopped out. I got in late. Let me buy again. Next candle's red. Stopped out. And then you're like, you know what? Let me take a break. Next candle's green. Goes all the way up. You're like, you know what? Let me get in. But then you get in at the top of that green candle. Next candle's red and you get stopped out. That's the picture I was trying to find. But it happens all the time. When you take a loss, learn to step back. Because that's how the market starts to manipulate you. It teases you. If you get into the trade too late and the move's gone, let it go. Because if it doesn't and you fall for it, you're stuck. Right? I've seen people blow accounts, revenge trading. No, I lost £100, or I was £100. If I just got £100, I would have made 1K in that trade. I made £950. I needed another £50. And guess what? From that, the market's going down. That 950 turns into 800 to 500 to 300 to 100 to minus 200 to minus 500 to minus 1,000 to minus 5. Account's gone. Set your stop losses. That's my last point. Stop losses for me is like a seatbelt. My missus, Sharman's probably laughing right now because for the longest time I went driving with a seatbelt. Thank God I never had a crash, right? But driving with your seatbelt is important. And guys, you got to understand, you might be a good driver. It's like me being a good trader. But if I'm not wearing a seatbelt and I'm in an Uber, I don't know who's driving my car. You've never actually met the signal provider. Of course, they're qualified. He's made millions. He's been trading for 12 years. But if you're not wearing a seatbelt and he crashes the car, that's your fault. It's your fault, right? I had to understand that. Putting a stop loss is like wearing a seatbelt. You need to do it. It's a non-negotiable. Okay. So that's number 2. Never trade when you're emotional. Number 3, using proper risk management. This is so important. Write this down. Number 3, use proper risk management. I see people in the chat complain, and I get you're copying and pasting signals, but this is really a masterclass on how to get to the next level with signals, right? Because you can be at level 1, just copy and paste, copy and paste. You can make 100K. It might be lucky. It might not be. But you really want to take an interest and learn how to get to the next level. How you do this is using proper risk management. Now, of course, we get given the SL parameters. We get given the TPs. But if you want to make sure that you're taking your trading journey seriously, I alter it sometimes. I alter it. I want to make sure I've got good, and this is called risk to reward. Right? For every 1% of my account, I want to be able to make 4% of what I'm risking. Okay? If you're new, I suggest you do this. I suggest you really peel it back, start getting your small wins in, and then once you're winning big, then you can do what you want to do. But for now, start to peel it back. Look into risk to reward. Create your own stop loss. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes there's 100 pip stop loss and the TP is 20 pips. TP2 is 40 pips. TP3 is 60 pips. You might be saying, oh, the risk to reward here is questionable. That's what I do. I create my own stop loss, right? If I want to do 1 to 4 and he calls it at 60, I'm having a 20, he calls it at 62, I'm having a 20 pip stop loss. My stop loss is at 60. If it touches, guess what? I'm re-entering. Touches again, I'm re-entering. Touches again, re-entering. Stop loss is at 20 pips. So it's at 62, comes down to 60, I'm out. No problem, I've lost 20 pips. Next, I re-enter. Comes back down to 60, no problem, I'm out. Lost 20 pips. But guess what? I'm going for TP3, TP4 with my TP. So guess what? If I hit on my third time, it's gone like that. Boom. Stop me at twice. Lost 40 pips. But guess what? When the move does take off, right? And it goes to 70 from 62, and I've caught my 80 pips. Guess what? I've made way more than I lost from the previous 2 times the move didn't happen. You're going to start to see this happen all the time. You're going to start to see the candles just touch your stop loss. If you can make a smaller stop loss, that's honestly, that's what I do. But you got to be prepared to re-enter. Re-enter, 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 until that move takes off. We will never call a move that logically doesn't make sense of taking off. And you have to trust that. All right? We're not in this for you to lose. You will never call a trade that there's no indication for this trade to take off. All right? We've seen the fair value gaps. We've seen the liquidity move. We've seen market shift in structure. Right? We've seen the retracement into that fair value gap. 95% of winning with this strategy, and we've won before, we'll win again. But logically, that's what should happen, and it should go up. So, hit my stop loss, no problem. Say it again, no problem. I lost 40 pips. But guess what? If it drops all the way down, I didn't lose 100 pips. Right? That's how you got to start thinking. I didn't lose 100 pips if it drops all the way down. But guess what? I'm ready to re-enter. So when that move takes off and it goes to 70, I bagged 80 pips. I'm a happy guy. All right. So these are just certain ways you can get really good at taking signals. You don't want to just be someone that copies and pastes. You want to take this thing to the next level and make millions, make 6 figures like how? Then these are little things you want to start doing. All right. It's not just a hobby. It needs to become something you take seriously. If you want to get paid like it's a salary from this thing, you want to make a living off this thing, you got to treat it like a job at the end of the day. And I appreciate you for being on this call. Where I am, it's 11:30. I could be in bed right now. But look, I'm still making sure I'm giving value to the team. I'm still making sure you lot are seeing what I see when I'm trading. So you can start to get the results that I'm getting. Okay? So if you're risking 1% of your account per trade, then, you know, you should be looking to get 4 in return. 4% growth. If you're risking 2% per trade, you should be looking to get 8% growth. Right? This is how you want to start seeing numbers in your account. Not just, oh yeah, I've got £1,000 in my account. I'm going to put 0.5 lot size. No, you can actually break down the equivalent of lot sizes to what you should be doing on the percentage of what you want to make per trade. And that's how you trade. Yeah, it may sound boring, but it's going to protect you guys. I spoke to someone yesterday. She was complaining in the chat. And unfortunately, she didn't set a stop loss. Like, it's going to happen. You're going to blow your account like that. Right? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Because you think the market's going to keep coming back. It's not coming back. It's gone. Sorry about it, sweetheart. It's gone. It's gone. Right? But we don't want to be in that situation. So setting a stop loss is important. But most importantly, you really want to get good at this, set a tight stop loss that fits into your risk to reward ratio. That's the nugget of the day. If there's anything you get from this call, it's that. But be prepared to re-enter. Would love to have a video of you showing us a signal trade and explaining us in real time your thoughts. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do it. 100%. Tomorrow we'll do it. I'll show you how I've marked it up. If the signal comes in and it aligns with my confluences. So again, I'll literally break down the list I've gone through. Number 1, I've got my list, got my rules list, I've got my strategy. I'm doing fair value gaps and support resistance. Number 1, liquidity is taking place. Market structure shifted and there's a retracement into a fair value gap. I've now got my entry. Number 2, I'm not going to be emotional when I'm trading. All right. And number 3, I'm using my correct risk management. I'm using my risk to reward ratio. I've set my stop loss 20 pips below where the signal is. If it stops me out, no problem. I'm getting in again. I think some of you guys would have seen me in the group chat this morning. I was telling you exactly what I was doing on a certain trade, how I left the runner, and the runner made me profit. Right. I think I had a standard lot size on something. It that hit BE, so I didn't make much of that. But then I had two little trades on 0.1s and I had a zero point 0.5. They were runners. And I think that went for 40, 50 pips, close out there. And then I think after that, that's when the drop happened. But yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, guys, every time it hits the SL and it's still in the zone, re-enter. Hit SL, re-enter. Then the move takes off. We're always sending trades with the intention for it to take off. Okay? That's how you want to be programmed. But as you start to really get into depth of trading, risk to reward ratio is a really, really important thing. I'm so glad I learned it early on. And these are things people don't tell you guys. I mean, you can go to another community. Your mentor's not getting on a call like this and telling you this game. I promise you that. They ain't doing that. Right? But again, when the SL gets hit, get ready to go again. Because the SL for the group hasn't hit. And let me explain why the SL for the group is 100 pips. Gold is so volatile, guys. And that's how you make a lot of money off it. It shoots up, it shoots down. But you have to give it room before it takes off. If you're not happy to give it room, if you're not happy with the 100 pip stop loss, that's when you enter your, 20 pip stop loss, 40 pip stop loss, right? But you got to be prepared to re-enter when the price gets back to the zone that was called in the market, so you don't miss the move. Okay. So that's number 3. Number four is don't overtrade. All right, don't overlayer, don't overtrade. Know your account size. If your account size is running low, don't be layering. Don't be layering. Even if it's on 0.1s, gold moves so fast, it can move the wrong direction. And even all those 0.1s or all those 0.01s wipes your account. Okay, so don't overtrade. Guys, I take 3 to 4 trades sometimes and I call it a day and I'm happy. I made £1,000. I made £3,000 of 4 trades. I'm not taking all 15 zones. Once I'm done for the day, I'm done. So this is the next thing I need you to do. Every morning, write down how much you want to make off the signals today. Right? Right. Yeah. So is there a calculation formula for risk to reward? I'm sure you'll find one online, but it's all personal preference. You might want a 1 to 8 risk to reward. You might want a 1 to 2, right? So your stop loss is going to be fatter. TPs, you're not going to really mind. With gold, I'll be real, in communities, risk to reward, it doesn't exist because gold moves so much. It's so volatile. But I'm telling you this, if you're not happy with 100 pip stop loss and you want to change that, then change it. All right? Because we're here to take control of our destiny. We don't just want someone doing this. We want to say, all right, you're doing that. I want to make sure I'm doing the same thing, but I want to do it to my standard. Right? Because if your account blows and signal provider's account hasn't blown because the equity is bigger, you got to make sure that you're protecting yourself. Right? Yeah, like I said, you don't need to take every signal. There's some days I'm busy, I take 2 signals and I'm done for the day. But guess what? That's only if it aligns with the goal that I set in the morning. Here's the thing. Some of you guys, I spoke to someone, a lovely lady the other day. She started with £300, grew it to 3.2K, and then she traded again and she lost it all. And I said to her, when was you going to finish? When was you going to be done? Like, you was never going to stop. You was bound to lose it anyway. Sometimes I lose my account because I'm just taking every trade. And I'm thinking to myself, well, Montel, when was you going to stop? When is enough? Some of you guys don't know when enough is, and that's why you're blowing your account, right? You've been at that point where you made £50, £100. And if you're just trying to grow your account to a certain level where you can now increase your lot size, £100 a day might be fine. Well, that's not my standard. That's not my level. But to some people, it's fine. But if you don't even have that written down, you're going to try and make 1,000. That's because that's the energy in the environment. You know, you're seeing Charmin, you're seeing Angel, seeing myself, you're seeing Charmina's. I don't post withdrawals anymore, but you're seeing people in the chat, and I encourage it, of course, so you can get your praise. But you're seeing people withdrawing 10K, 5K, 13K, 20K in a day. You're thinking like, well, that's gonna be me from £100 account. No, it takes time, it takes experience. These guys have stayed around in the game long enough. They've understood certain things. They're understanding exactly what I'm talking about right now, and they're applying that. They all have their own different trading styles, and that's what you want to develop. From you being on these calls, you listening to the calls that we provide on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We got a call tomorrow around NFP time as well, I think, because I'm in Dubai. You need to plug into these calls, develop your own strategy. All right. But yeah, risk to reward will cater on your own risk, your risk appetite. But yeah, with gold, it's going to be annoying because your stop loss will get hit quite a few times. You got to be ready to re-enter for that move to take off. Okay. Um, and then yeah, as I was saying, with don't overtrade because if the setup is a C, so you want to start actually grading your setups. In school, they grade you as a student. If you're a good student, A star. All right, student, A. Not a good student, B. I'm joking. I just about got B's, so I'd like to think I was an all right student. But if the setup's not the best, you're good, but you're not the best, you're B. If it's decent, you're a C. If it's bad, you're D and below. Start ranking these trades that are getting sent to you. So A star setup, boom, I'm taking that. I'm going to increase my risk a little bit. I can leave a bit of room on the stop loss because I'm sure it's going to go up, right? These are things you want to start doing. And then I'm layering the A star setup, and I'm sure all my confluences, all my confirmations are lining up for it to push up. I'm layering that trade, right? I'm layering that trade. But guess what? If it's a C or if it's a D, I'm actually decreasing my risk. Decreasing my risk. I'm coming down from a standard to a 0.1. Or if you're on a 0.1, I'm coming down from that to 0.2. And I might layer, but guess what? I'm layering, I'm putting in overall, I'm putting in 0.4 because I've layered twice on the 0.2 instead of putting in one standard low. So I might think it's a good setup. I'm not too sure. I got in here. I'm gonna wait for the market to drop 30 pips. I'm gonna get in there. If it hits a sell, it hits a sell. But again, if you got a correct risk to reward, you can now make sure you got a tight SL. You're not losing that much. You're not losing 100 pips. Okay. But make sure you're looking for A star setups. Get good at that. If you can find 3 A star setups out of the signals that we send you every day, you'll make a lot of money. That's what I look for. I'll be real, like, sometimes I don't agree with the trade, so I'm decreasing my risk a lot. Right? I don't like how it looks, I'm decreasing it a lot. If it's a bit too risky, I'm decreasing my risk. But guess what? If the confluence is there, the trend is your friend, we're moving with the trend, or even if we're catching a retracement, because again, using fair value gaps and support resistance, that's what we're going to be doing most of the time. If I'm catching that retracement, but guess what? It's gone to the zone that I'm expecting it to go to. All right. I'm seeing it reject that zone. I know that it's going to shoot. I'm increasing it. This is an A star. I'm like, Charmin, this is looking good, right? Yeah, it's looking good. Boom, getting into the trade. We're increasing our risk on that trade. All right. Number 5, and this is the last thing I want you guys to write down, is do not revenge trade. Don't revenge trade. I mean, today you may see it and think, oh, the signal providers revenge trading. When we called, it was a sell. Was a sell shot up. The market is moving crazy. And then we sold again and it did drop. But again, when that happens, it's because the market has been moving very different. But how it was in January, February, March. Beginning of this year, the market was smooth. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of extraneous variables that we wouldn't even be able to consider, like jobless claims that came out today, or the war with Iran, or mortgages being at the highest point it's ever been in the US. These things are going on every day. You don't even know about it. But certain things happening in certain states that you don't know that affect the price of the dollar. All right. Certain things are happening with gold around the world, certain wars that are breaking out that we don't even know. And that's what's also fluctuating gold. So sometimes we are just really unlucky when we lose. But that's the game. We're signing up for that. Because guess what? When we win, it feels so much more sweeter. Right? But make sure you're not over trading. Make sure you're not revenge trading. Don't fall for the trap. Seen it happen many times. You were up 900 with 4 layers and you didn't close your profit. And it starts to do the moonwalk. You know that Michael Jackson moonwalk, RIP? That's what happens to your MetroTrader 5. 900 up. He's doing a Usain Bolt, running to the finish line, and then the profits just start going back, like the candy. It's doing that candy. You know that little, it's doing that. We don't want that. All right? And that's what I'm saying. Because all of this is digits on the screen and you're not valuing it, it don't feel real. Right? I don't mind it. I'll let him moonwalk from 900 to 600. It's going to come back. He ain't coming back. Michael Jackson gone. He ain't coming back. But you're letting it do the moonwalk. Oh, he's going to get to 500. It's fine. I'm all right with 500 loss. Gets to 500 now. You still ain't closed it. Gets to 300, gets to 200, gets to 100. Still ain't closing. Oh, no, but I know it's going to go to 1,000. Start getting into the minus now. Start to shake. Hands will sweating a bit more. Temperature's risen all of a sudden. Got no taste in the mouth now. No saliva. Like, the body's doing stuff differently. Because you had 900 But now you got -1,000. We've all been there. If you ain't been there, it's gonna happen. I'm trying to prevent it from happening by you taking the profit when it's there. If I had £900 in my hand right now and I put it in your face, we're taking it. If I gave you this watch right now, you're taking it. That's how you got to see it on MetaTrader 5. But because it's a blue screen and it's a blue number, you got 4 layers and they're all blue. Hey, I'm Kidori. It's gonna keep being blue. Nah, mate. I've seen the craziest things. I've seen blue screens go to -20K. Right? I've seen it. It happens. And there's people that seen it go to -200K. I said I was in a concert with another guy. His count was on -70K. I'm sure he might have been in a profitable position, but he didn't take the profit when it was there. Make sure you take the profit when it was there. Don't fall for the trap, guys. All right. If you have a bad day, come back tomorrow. Let it hit your stop loss. I'm done. Two stop losses in a day. Call it a day. Come back tomorrow. That's it. If you really want to treat this thing seriously, and if it's a back-to-back stop loss, just call it a day there and then. But 2 stop losses in a day, right? And you're only using the signal provider stop loss, then I'm not gonna lie, call it a day, come back tomorrow. Because what did I say? It's about staying in the game the longest. Who can stay in the game the longest is who's gonna win in the long term. Obviously, if you're using the correct risk to reward ratio, if you're doing 1 to 4, you got 20 pip stop loss, you keep tapping that. Okay, 2 stop losses hit, then you're gonna stay in the game because that's your risk to reward. That's not what the signal provider is sending you. But guys, when 2 stop losses get hit on a 100 pip stop loss, you know what? Come back tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll come back better. I'll come back with a fresh mindset. Guys, there was a time that at the worst day trading, I cradled up in bed like this, you know. Yeah, it wasn't this year, by the way. 28 now, but I was younger, but I was in bed like this. Like what happened in the markets today? Like, and yeah, me explaining this on a call right now, it's not normal, you know. Like we want to be macho, we want to be this, we don't want to portray our emotions, but look, it does it to you, man. You think, oh, it's me, everyone else won. How did I lose? I was winning as well. Now I lost. It's all me. Don't get into that state where it's a mental game and you're cradled in bed because if you stopped when you should have and you come back the next day with a fresh mentality, guess what? You wake up the next day. There's someone in this world that's not waking up tomorrow. You're on this call right now, you're waking up tomorrow. That's something to be excited about. There's someone on this call that has had a bad day today, but you're waking up tomorrow. You have an opportunity that certain people don't have. So you come back with a fresh mindset. Some people don't have the opportunity. Be excited the next day. Right, I lost today, but you know what? I'm gonna win tomorrow. I'm gonna win tomorrow. Coming back with a fresh mentality. I lost £100 today. I'm gonna redeposit. Come back tomorrow because I know this works. I saw someone withdraw 1.2K today. It worked for them, but it will work for me. Right, guys. My fiance just joined me. She's the GOAT, the one and only. Say hello to the lovely Charmin Mia. All right. If you guys got value today, let me know in the chat on the WhatsApp. If you got value on this call, just drop me a 7 in the chat and then read some questions. Comparison is a thief of joy. Focus on your own lane. Continue to grow in your knowledge every day. You got it, guys. Honestly, Angel is my angel in life, right? She wasn't given that name by coincidence. Since I met Angel, she's just angelic. If you're trading with Angel, if you got Angel in your life, you're a lucky person. She's genuinely her mentality is key. That's how you need to think. Don't compare yourself to me or to this person using standard lots. You will get there, right? You will get there. And if you incurred the loss I've incurred and you lost 30K in a day or you lost 20K in a day, think about what that would do for you. But you're comparing, but you haven't seen the bad side. You don't want the bad side. You only want the wins. If you want the wins, then you got to be prepared for the losses. And if you're going to be prepared for the losses, you got to take on what you lost today. Because if I'm using those lot sizes, I'm seeing crazier losses, right? So yeah, bear that in mind. Me too. I love seeing it. It's encouraging. Definitely take control. Do not overtrade. I think sometimes I definitely get influenced by other people's, but yeah, FOMO, 100%. That's one of the risks and the dangers of having a group chat because everyone's entering me. You may be 5 minutes late and you're seeing everyone in profit. Well, I'm going to try and catch that trade and miss your entry. Guys, if you miss it, you miss it. Trading is like buses. There's so many opportunities in the day. If you miss the opportunity, the next bus is coming. We send at least 7 signals every day. you missed that signal, no problem. It might be a great signal that hits target 5. No problem. I'm going again. Um, I've answered that one about risk to reward. I appreciate you add the commentary in the chat. It helps me. Yeah. So the reason I do that is because I want you guys to see how I trade, where I'm leaving a runner or I'm out at break even, just so you can start to protect your account the same way that I do. Cool. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I've been here for 50 minutes. I appreciate you guys for plugging in. If you got value, we got Angel coming on with her mindset, right? That angelic mindset, she'll be on next week. And we have a trading call tomorrow. It's NFP day. Be wary in the markets, be cautious. There's gonna be a lot of news. It's gonna be very volatile, but we're gonna trade it and we're gonna win. Because guess what? Tomorrow is a new day. I'm excited for tomorrow. As I get to be with you guys, I get to trade, I get to live my life. Some people don't get to do that, but you do. So be blessed. We love you guys. And again, just to reassure you, we are rectifying stuff with the signal provider. Right? We're going to make sure you're getting those A-star setups. So be excited, stay the course, do not quit, because we're always thinking, how can we be better? How can we provide better quality for our customer service? And if changes need to happen, they will happen. So bear that in mind. But like I said, we're making sure that we are not just the ones winning, but you're winning with us. Because if I'm bringing someone somewhere, I need to make sure they have the best time possible. If you guys got value from that, let me know on WhatsApp. Tag me on Instagram, Montel Hanson. Take a screenshot, post it. I love you guys. Let's get it.